BTM, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of your Tuesday Night Delight here on the Realm of Collectors YouTube channel, episode 156 of Breaking the Mold. Pam, pam. As you can see, we have a special guest.
Sorry.
So we'll get some introductions started. I'm Harrick and BX, and let's say what's up to the rest of the crew. Let's go around the yard, as they say. And I'm going to start with our guest, Dust. What's going on, man?
Yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on, fellas? It's been a while since I seen you guys on Tuesday.
It's been a minute. These guys don't like having guests on the show. I don't know.
It's all good, man. It's your show.
Yeah, we do.
It's your world. It's your realm. Tuesday night is your realm. Just happy to be here, man. I had a pretty chill out day. I did absolutely nothing today. Wasn't sure if you guys were even going to be on tonight. I hit you up like, am I on tonight? 'Cause I need to start drinking if I'm going to be on. So, or get off the couch. And I actually have to go out off the couch and out of the house because I got beer in the car. So I got a couple of beers here. The rest are in the car.
So, time to
I'm
be
hitting
up.
you guys up remotely from the parking lot. Tell you what's going on out there. On the scene reporter, live from the parking lot.
Are the vultures there?
No, maybe we'll have a neighbor incident. Dude, I haven't seen nobody in that house. Nobody's moved in days. Days.
Wow.
Well,
We should do a wellness check.
yeah, you look out for the stinky.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's hope not.
And they took away. She put up a curtain, so I can't see in there no more.
Yeah.
My TV show's gone. The gypsies moved. My summer's destroyed.
Oh, man.
My summer entertainment's destroyed.
Yeah. So I
thank you guys.
Yeah, no doubt. I know Tuesday is usually like our lazy day for you, but you're on vacation and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So all right, so that's cool.
I still want the lazy day. I did more yesterday by 12 noon than I did all day today. Serious, dead serious. But it's okay. I this is how I plan it. You know, active day, dead day, active day, dead day. You know, then you got your weekend, hurrah. You know, and then I'm back at work. So
Cool beans.
I don't know how you guys plan your vacations, but when you live alone, you live a boring life. Sad.
I hear you.
That's just the most. Me cleaning the bedroom is going to be the biggest fucking thing of the week. Wait to see what I find there. Wait till I see what's in the closet and pull that shit out.
Oh shit.
Fire sale.
Oh, I need to do that. Just dig into the closet and just pull out the bullshit. If I haven't looked at it in years, right? Just get rid of it. Right? I don't know.
And it's like, why do I have this? What the fuck do I have this? I think I still got 12-inch Power of the Force Star Wars figures. The dolls I got to go through.
Wow.
Like, what am I
For
doing
real?
with this? I'm getting rid of it. Hey, look who's here. Dom.
What's going on, guys?
Dom, you know it's Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
I haven't spoke to you in a minute.
Tom just
Duty,
didn't
that Call
scroll
of
up
Duty.
enough.
I got a buzz.
Yeah, I think that was the issue. I was like, what the fuck is the link?
It was there.
Last thing I read was like Jose's like, I'm gonna post it up in the group. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, are you gonna post it in the chat? Where's the link?
All these reading.
Dude, I gotta stop. I'm in too many fucking Instagram chats because it's like
All you're reading is the preview and shit. You're not fucking reading like what's above it and shit. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah.
What's up, dude? How you doing?
Good. How's everybody? How's everything? Look, the dust is up in here.
Dust is up.
I was talking to you, man. You totally.
I know.
I see how it is. I see how it is. Dom, what's going on, man? It's been a minute, bro.
How you doing? Yeah.
I mean, we talk in chats, and I see you on the show, and whatnot, but we don't. I think the last time we actually sat or talked was our little gathering.
At the show, yeah. Our little gathering.
Yeah.
Hope everything's good with you, dude.
At the Irish pub.
Yeah, and now that fucking shit feels like so long ago because it's already 2 months, I think, right? That was like February 6th or some shit like that. Right? So it's like, damn, you know, the way time flies. Is everybody like planning to do the joint in May, the toy show, Toy Con or whatever?
Yep. If I can make it work with my schedule at work, I'm definitely doing something.
Yeah. I was initially thinking about getting the table there, but then I'm like, nah, because then it's gonna be work instead of being able to hang out, you know. We're not doing
you can
that.
also get rid of some shit, you know.
That's true. That's true. And I do need
It is
to
a
get rid
2-day
of some
affair.
shit.
You could sell one day, and the next day you could, you know.
Hang
you guys
out.
know the hotel's open here, and you know I don't really give a fuck, you know.
That's real.
I was thinking the same thing with TFCon in October, but they have the fucking Baltimore Comic Con going on at the same time, so it's like it's gonna be a wild time with all the two conventions going on.
Yeah, man, you don't want to
Don't
be
wanna
stuck
bark.
in that room. They're
Yeah, I don't
being
want
all
to be
mad.
Yeah. I hear you, Brian. I hear you. I'm on board. You don't have to sell me.
What's that?
I mean,
Who's gonna be mad?
I don't know, Dom. If you had nothing but fans toys on your table, you might make a killing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Will you have nothing but fans toys?
No, I barely have any fans toys, so
Oh, so yeah. You ain't gonna get that.
no
You ain't gonna
fans toys here to sell. Sorry.
I'm just gonna
Don't
start
got
buying
that connection.
any new fan store release. I'm buying 3 of, just to make some money later. I hit a panty. Yeah, give me like 5 spin drifts, please. Because I know 6 months from now someone's gonna want these, and they're gonna be 500 apiece.
Thus, they do combine into a sea spray
no.
combiner, though. Did you not know that?
That's why you got 5 of them.
I'm sure you're gonna
Smash
find.
up.
I'm sure you're gonna show us a picture right now. aren't you?
What would you
Somewhere.
call that, Brian? Would that be a
Tidal
Fans
wave.
Toy smash up? No, I don't know. You know, Siege smash up.
Oh yeah,
Bad one.
I have to
That's a
come up with
bad
something.
fucking. Oof.
Yeah.
It's called seaweed. That's what it's gonna call.
Well, Dom, nice to hear you. Nice to hear
Dom
you.
got a joke off.
Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Bravo.
Rare few in between.
Oh.
Next up, everybody's favorite pigment surgeon, JD. What's up, dude?
Hey, everybody.
How
Hope
are
we're-
you?
I hope we're all doing well. I'm pretty good.
Nice.
Got some shit done this weekend, and yeah,
That's what the weekends are for.
opening some toys, and
What is that? Is that a
this is that McFarlane Warhammer,
Oh, 40K.
Oh, okay.
the
Right,
Necro Warrior.
nice.
Yeah, we found a couple of them like throughout the past couple weeks, and I just grabbed them every time. They're actually pretty cool looking.
I thought he was on a speeder bike there. For a
That
second.
weapon looks cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I dig
big
You know
it.
what's funny?
giant.
In my Target and my Walmart, Toddy Mac is out. Out. They were peg warming for months, and now they're just out.
And now-
Every section
yep.
is empty. It's like people are catching on. I guess
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but it's empty.
Toddy Mac figures for $3 at Ollie's. Score.
Score, man.
That would be.
I mean, you'll
pretty
see
good.
the occasional one floating around like an animated Batman or something like
Yeah,
that, or
yeah.
that Joker that I picked up that everybody hates. But it's really weird, like how you used to be able to go there and see some. I see them more over in like the Mezco, not the Mezco section, the NECA section in Target.
NECA. Yeah.
That little collector's
Yeah.
corner with the pops and shit like that. I see them hanging them over there once in a while.
Oh yeah, might as well hang it with everything else that no one wants. That's where it,
right.
Yeah. And it's like the same over here, Dust. Like I'll see maybe that one animated Batman or one animated Superman, but anything else in the Toddy Mac line, it's always sold out.
For a while,
Dude,
it was deep there for a while. My pegs.
So around here, all they have is that gold Wonder Woman. That's
Oh, yeah.
that's all that like it's all it is.
golden
It's
chicken.
like fucking 10 of them at least.
She makes a pretty strong bird. Rogers Roasters, anybody? Okay, yikes.
Nice. Were you able to get a replacement? I saw you had posted like I think you had a cancellation. Like, do people step up like when you put it out there and shit? Like, oh, let me slide in if he's got.
Oh yeah. That day was a little chaotic. Like somebody messaged me and was like, "Hey, I want to get in, me and my friend," and I'm like, "Okay, cool." So then she's like, I gotta message her to make sure she can do it and blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, well let me know as soon as you can. And then like I'm sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting, and I didn't hear anything back. And like 2 other people hit me up and were like, hey, you still have time today? And I'm like, yep. So and then like the second person fell through as well. And then I was just the third guy, he lives like 5 minutes from the shop, and like he's one of my regulars, and he's like, dude, I'll come in, we'll do something random. And I'm like, all right, good.
Oh, nice.
So then he ended up
Nice.
picking something out of my sketchbook, and I did an Akira piece
Sweet.
for the
Oh,
first
I saw
time
that.
ever.
I mean,
Yeah,
it kind of sucks, man. Especially now with you guys opening up the shops and getting back on your feet a bit. You know, come on, stay true to your fucking appointments with that shit.
Well,
especially now,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I mean,
I get it, shit happens, but come on.
But it's kind of like a blessing, JD, right? Because aren't you guys booked up until like for next year? So if there is an
Pretty
opening,
much.
someone gets to be like, fucking jackpot.
I mean, I'm only like at this point, I'm stopping at 3 months.
Gotcha.
So I'm like almost solid until July.
Wow, that's nice.
So and we're all like that. Like Bree, she just closed her books altogether. She's just not scheduling anything, and Jake and I are just like filling in those last couple spots that we have open.
Wow.
So I have like 3 days at the end of May and like 3 or 4 days at the end of June, and that's it.
That's good to hear, man. That's because it's like a blessing to know. At least you know you got like you got work, you got income. You know what I'm saying? That's income.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's good. That's always
So
good.
JD, let me ask you, does that screw up any like impromptu Saturdays or weekends where you want to do stuff, or have you scheduled time off for yourself?
So as far as like the toy shows and all that stuff, everything that's been announced, I already got them scheduled.
Gotcha.
So that will allow us to be present, to hang out with everybody.
Cool.
And yeah, Ralphie, it's something I drew when I like first started tattooing, and it's
Check out at Pigment Surgery on Instagram.
yeah, you could do that.
Check it out. Follow. Give him a follow. You know what I'm
That's it,
saying?
man.
Give him a follow.
Push
But
that.
But that's dope.
I sent it to the chat if it's gonna fucking send. My phone's being fucking stupid. It's not sending shit.
It's not a stupid phone. It's a smartphone, man.
It's stupid. It doesn't send stuff. But it was very fun. It was something I drew, you know, back in like 2012, 2013, and yeah, I was just really excited. And it's funny because the guy that, you know, the guy Ben is his name. Ben, the last time he was in, like we're also doing like a whole Jungle Book sleeve on him. So it's all like Jungle Book stuff, and it's just stuff that I'm like drawing on him. But he had never seen Akira, so we actually watched it while we were tattooing his arm, and he said that, like, when I said that I had time and to tell him to come in, he was like, "Dude, I've watched this like 4 times since," and it was like 3 weeks ago when he was in last. So he's like, I've watched this like 4 times now. I made my buddy watch it, and like I completely love this, and I totally want an Akira tattoo. I've been thinking a whole hell of a lot about it. So there we go.
Nice.
And that's it is the original English dub, when they're chasing the clowns. Tetsuo slugs that dude in the face with a lead pipe, and he's like, "Nice catch!" So, but we're not done. I have a ton of other color to do on that thing yet.
Nice. Well, good job, man. It looks good.
Thanks.
Good. All right, the analyzer, Brian Brink. How are you?
First off, Jose, I got the answer for you. So we get that fixed up after the show.
Yes.
Doing a little IT support. I'm good. I worked until just a little while ago. It's fucking crazy. And so yeah, not a lot of time to decompress. And I wanted to get out and do a walk today. Like, I found a nice little mile loop around my house that I did yesterday, but I didn't get out today because it's fucking crazy today. And yeah, man, I'm happy the day's over. I'm happy the sun is down, and I'm here, and I'm happy that I got a good night's sleep last night.
Nice.
Yeah, Sunday I had one of them nights where, like, it's one of those ones where you can't fall asleep. Fucking pissed me the fuck off, man. messed up my day.
A lot of tossing and turning. Can't breathe. It's humid. Open the window. It's too cold.
Yep.
Couple of melatonin fix you right up.
I'm glad you.
I have some in a cabinet that a friend gave me, but I don't know. I never messed with it.
It's not like a drug where you're like, oh my god, I'm falling asleep. It just you take it a few hours before bed and it gets your eye. What do they call that? Your REM sleep get going, balances you, puts you in it a little easier.
Nice.
Gotcha.
It works.
Yeah. Jessie started taking that a little bit because she her Fitbit was like saying she was sleeping fucking 2.5, 3 hours, and I'm like, damn, that's like
I'm up
terrible.
every 2 hours. Every 2 hours, I'm up. I know when I wake up, I could be like, it's 2 hours since I last. And I look, it's 2 hours.
Yeah.
Just
That sucks.
It does give you crazy dreams though, but like I'm talking like movie dreams. Like you wake up like, wow, that's like a movie, man.
So let me tell you about the dream that I had. So I went to sleep late on Sunday. I don't know what I was doing. I was working. I was realming TF picks, working and realming, and I ended up putting on that damn second Godzilla movie, The King of Monsters, and it's a lot better than I thought it was, to be honest. But anyway, I ended up going to bed late, and then I did go to sleep just fine. But then I had this weird ass fucking dream. And you know what? I'm afraid to actually recite, because I actually remember it. But I'm afraid to recite it because it might give me PTSD and might not let me go back to sleep tonight. So you know what? I'm gonna put a pin in this, and we'll talk about it another time.
Man, try to it's really hard to remember.
You're gonna leave us with blue balls. Now.
Try to remember it.
Sorry
This guy was about to get all fucking settled in for this story, and then he's like, nah,
it's fucking dumb, but it gives me very bad anxiety, and I don't want to talk about it now.
All right.
Yeah.
No problem.
You ever guys like
God
wake
damn.
up from a dream and you like try to go to bed real fast to try to get back in?
Yeah. Try to get back in.
Good.
Dude, you try to get back in. You know what I'm saying?
Or a lot of times like I'll be dreaming and it's something that's fucked up and it's not going good for me. And I'll wake up, I'll be like, yep, that's it, it's done. That world's gone. I don't have to go back to that world ever again. I'm here. I'm in my world now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate
crazy
the fucking
dreams, guys. Crazy
I hate the
dreams.
falling ones and shit, because I feel like you just like I'm gonna fall off the bed or something like that. Like I'll wake up and almost like sitting up, like I'll sit up or just that, that tremble or that shake because it's like, oh wait, oh, it's like, no, you're safe in
I don't have those much anymore because I lay on my side. Yeah, I lay on my slide.
Yeah.
Slide.
Slippily slide.
But lately, like I feel like I don't remember my dreams anymore. Like it's been they're few and far in between that I actually have memories of them after I wake up.
I try to get to my phone and just open up Notepad and just write down certain aspects of it, and then I could kind of piece it back together later. And sometimes I totally forget.
Yeah.
It was like I was looking at my Facebook memories one day this week, and it said, and I guess I had a dream where Wookie was at my job, and I said, it's not the fact that Wookie was at my job, it was how did she get there? That was my Facebook memory, and I had a dream where she was running loose in the store, and I was afraid I was going to lose her, and I wouldn't be able to get her, and I didn't know what she was doing there, and I got her, and I had to put her in my car and let her sit in the car all day, and I woke up fucking stressed out over it. Stupid shit.
Yeah.
That's a work dream.
Yeah.
Crazy shit.
Weird shit, man. Weird shit. So
Sorry, we got on dreams here.
No, it's good. It's interesting. I like to hear other people's experiences, so you could see how it relates to like your own, or if you have them. I'd be hoping for those dreams where I'm like a superhero or something, or I try to
really
will
wish the
myself
Pleasant
to
ones,
have
yeah.
a dream like that. It just doesn't happen.
Well, it's funny you say that, Jose. I remember as a kid being like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking dream about this tonight, and it fucking works. It works.
real?
Like I'm gonna put myself in that world, and I'm gonna think
try
about it.
melatonin, dude. Try.
It was
I'm telling you.
and it was like stupid shit. Like the next day, I wanted to build something out of like Lego, and so that night I'm like, all right, I'm gonna dream about my plan of attack for building whatever the hell it was I was gonna build, and I would fall asleep, and then I'd wake up and be like, I know exactly what I'm gonna do.
All right, planned it in my head.
That's right.
All right, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try.
Except for when you Yeah, except for when you dream about pieces that you actually don't have, and then it's like,
Oh, yeah.
Damn it.
Crazy Lego dreams, people.
So I'm gonna try to will myself to like a good dream tonight and see if I remember it in the morning, whatever it might be. Let's see. I'll try to think of something specific before we're going to bed. Oh man,
Just make them positive. I get way too many negatives.
I know.
Always something fucked up in my dreams.
So, you know, the times I do remember it though, like where I've had bad dreams or nightmares or whatever, is when I've been sick, like a fever or whatever, and that's been rare. Like, you know what I'm saying? But if I'm home with a fever, that like what they call that fever dream, that
Fever
shit is
dreams,
fucking
yeah.
real, man. That shit is fucking real. Like they told me like I had gotten up and I was like. And so I'm awake, so I'm hallucinating, obviously, because of the fucking fever. And they said I was pointing out the window, and I was saying, like, they were aliens, like, in the street.
That's awesome.
I was like, you don't see them? They're right there. They're right there. Like, what do you, you know,
Is that
I
Tony
didn't
Soprano
remember
shit?
that.
Put on the
No.
glasses. Just put the fucking glasses on.
They live. Aren't they putting out, like, a figure of that or something? Did we see something
NECA
like
made
that
them.
recently?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That made him, yeah.
Are they
saw
out
that
already?
shit today, and I'm
Yeah.
kind of upset I missed
Yeah.
them.
Ronnie, I was able to pick up the Ronnie Piper figure, and the
John
2-pack is
Nada.
the hard one to get. And then the other one was an exclusive, which is the other character. Is an
Yeah,
I
exclusive.
saw
John
some
Nada and
set.
that one
I saw
sold
some
out.
set
Yeah.
selling for $100 online. I saw someone selling.
That's
a
the
set
John
for
Nada.
$100.
Yeah,
All right.
Already?
yeah, that's the one that was the exclusive. Yeah, he's hard to get.
When did these drop? Or they been out a while? Or recent?
Like the little, end of last year, beginning of this year.
Yeah,
I would say JD, right? Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, I was scrolling through NECA's posts and like their pictures, and I came across that. So yeah, it was a few months ago at least.
Yeah, I would say February they started dropping. People started seeing them.
Would have been nice to, you know, what if I would have known, like,
Yeah,
just
it
to
was
get
something
the
I said I was
Piper.
going to go in, and I never went in.
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
Well,
It's a cult classic,
Yeah.
you know.
it's gonna
I'm
sit in a
pissed because
pile.
we have the aliens. Hold on, I'm gonna grab them real quick.
Yeah, that was originally what I was going to do. I was going to get the aliens because they were released first. And then I saw the
Yes,
other
the
ones. And I'm like,
2-pack,
man,
yeah.
what am I going to do with these? They're going to sit in a pile with everything else.
Yeah, exactly. And for me, just collecting the robots, you know, it's just.
Yeah, because we have this set.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
You
Is that
found
the ones you were
found
just
that
talking
in the
about?
store, JD, or a comic book shop?
No, this was online at
Okay.
some horror.
See, that's
Like
dope
they
enough
do-
just to leave in box.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was some like horror. They sell a lot of like posters and memorabilia and T-shirts and shit,
Oh, that's cool.
and they had it on there.
That's nice. So how many of those? So it's those aliens. They put out the Piper figure. Is there anything else?
It's Roddy Piper and Keith David.
Okay.
So
And that's the
other
2-pack.
ones
That's
done.
rare. That's the rare 2-pack you were just talking about.
No, they're single pack. Roddy Piper and
Oh,
Keith
single pack,
is
okay.
single pack. Yeah, but the Keith was the exclusive. Like you only
Okay.
could be able to buy it off their website, and it sold out within like a
Yeah,
couple
what's the
days.
point
I
if you
guess.
can't
I
get the
don't
whole
know.
set, man?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, the purple sweatshirt and everything.
I'm gonna look into that.
Yeah.
And check that out. Just to check, man. Sometimes I get so tempted, man, because I've been fucking just collecting the Transformer shit for so long, you know, so I wouldn't like overspend, even like chilling with that third party stuff and but it's like, man, like I kind of miss like a Fig Arts here and there, or like a, you know, like a Figma or something like that, you know, just something different. But
That's like something you could just pick up something that you like and just have it for a little bit and just flip it, you know?
yeah,
Get that
Mhm.
itch, get that urge out of you, get it out of your system, and then gone.
I keep forgetting about the flip game because I think it's just I keep thinking like I just don't want to fucking go to the post office. I don't want to do this.
You
I don't
gotta
want to
deal
do
with that
Like, you
shit,
know?
man.
Yeah.
I still have a 2-pack for fucking Haskell. I still got a teenage, I think it's Bebop Rocksteady or something, or the Fly Guy, the Turtles 2-pack that I got to send him. And that's been since like just February. It's still in my trunk. Because every time I go to the post office, the line is just too long. I can't get it done on my lunch. and the one over here, the roof, they were replacing the roof, so they closed it during COVID. And you have to go 2 towns over, and it was just a pain in the ass, you know?
See, so I
Talking about, I have the same thing. I have a 2-pack, the Tokar and Razor for Keith. Like,
Jeez. It's like, that's why I don't want to sell anything, because I'll be the worst seller, because I won't get it out.
I feel so bad, too, because he's like...
Yeah, you know how these guys are nowadays. They want it out the day they buy it. It's like, nah. I can't.
He's like he lives in Jersey, and I'm like, fuck this. We gotta meet up somewhere. Keith, if you're watching, we gotta meet some Target, or I just saw your dress the other day. I was like, I'm touching New Jersey. Come on, we gotta fucking meet somewhere. You're not that far away from me.
Well, I got JD Snake Eyes. I got JD Snake Eyes wrapped in a box. It's just not taped, ready to go out.
And I have something for you too.
By the time that fucking thing goes out, we're gonna see each other.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It'll be. I'll send it out the day before Toy Show, just for the fucking.
Oh no! Yeah, I'll see
I
you
sent it
tomorrow.
out. It should be there. It should be there by Wednesday.
Oh, hey, where's that? Oh no!
I didn't feel like bringing it.
Yeah, I didn't feel like bringing it. I just dropped it off at the post office yesterday.
Holy shit!
That'd be hilarious.
I would be the worst seller. The worst.
Yeah. See,
Great item, just took forever to get here. You know.
I remember having to deal with that shit, and especially now with COVID, like the line is just extended outside the post office here at my local joint. But I'm able to, like, you know, just prepay from home, so at least I could just walk right in and drop it off. So it's a bit easier for me, but it's still like, I just don't want
well, everybody says that. Why don't you just open up an account? Yeah, you got to buy a scale. I don't have a printer.
Yeah.
You know, how am I going to print out a label? You know what I mean? I got to go get an old school printer.
Oh, dude, they're so good now, man. Just $40, even if you get one for $50 or $60,
it's cheaper to buy the printer than the ink cartridge. So every
Yep.
time you run out of ink, just buy a new printer.
That's right.
You could buy one of those
Pretty much
faxing, scanning printers for $40, and the ink costs $46.
They got like a thing. I got an HP, and it's like a subscription thing, like where you pay like $3 a month, and you could print, I think, like 500 pages or whatever. And if you run out of ink, they just replace it, but you just pay $3 a month. Like, so I'm like, it's not bad, I guess.
And the printer's in your house?
Yeah. You know?
That's some weird
and
shit.
And it got like its own like email address. It works with Wi-Fi. So if I have like a PDF on my phone, I could just just print it straight from the phone. Or if I'm outside the house, send it to like an email address, and then when I get home, it'll be printed out. Like it's
That's why I stopped sending shit back to Amazon if I don't like it. I get stuck with it because it's like,
oh yeah, because you got to print
out a label.
Shit.
Now they say, oh, you could go to a Kohls and they'll do it. I'm not going to a fucking Kohls and waiting online in the back of a
waiting
Kohls.
in line.
No, that's what I do. It's not that bad. I mean, so my Kohls
if they have their
is
own
in the
little
shopping
kiosk.
center
Yeah.
of my favorite pizza shop, and I'd be like, all right, it's pizza night, going to Kohls. I take the bubble mailer.
I don't even have to wrap it or put it in a box or anything. They'll
No,
do it
man,
for
I
you.
just put it back in the
have
bubble
everything,
mailer because I got tons of those fucking things. I tape it shut, and I bring it there. I show them my phone. They scan the thing, and they slap the label on, and then they give you a coupon, and it's like
Kohls cash.
10% off
Kohls cash.
anything in the store.
Kohls
I was
cash.
like, fuck yeah.
Brian Delirium, he agrees with you. Says Cole's drop off is legit.
All right, well, maybe I need to start sending some shit back again to Amazon. I'm not getting stuck with all this crap that I've been buying that I don't like.
Dude, you just pay yourself. You get a coupon straight for Kohls right then and there to
Kohls,
use,
man.
like in the next couple days.
You know what Kohls does? It's like, hey, 40% off. Yeah, we just raised it 70 yesterday. Shh.
Yeah.
You know?
Do I even have a Coles around me?
And you don't even have to, like us, you don't even have to wait in the store line. Like they have a separate little area.
I mean, I got a Kohls right here in town. Right in town. I could go right here. Just maybe I'll start buying.
Also,
shit.
a UPS store. I took something back to a UPS store the other day.
Oh, the one
do
over
that
by
too.
me is the worst.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the worst. He's such a condescending prick, the guy that runs it, man.
Oh, dude.
I'm like, I'm a customer. Don't talk to me like this.
Well, the funny thing is
He's on the list.
I usually go. There's a FedEx near me where I usually have to pick stuff up at, and when I returned the thing on Amazon, I was like, oh yeah, that place is right next to the pizza store too, so I'll do that instead of going to Kohls. And I go in and I walk into the UPS and it turns out it's a FedEx drop off, but it's a UPS label. I was like, ah shit. I was like, FedEx. I was like, where's the hell's the goddamn UPS store? I got FedEx and UPS confused. And I was like, oh well.
I just Google mapped it.
Have
And
you
I don't
guys-
have a
have you
Coles
guys
anywhere
done-
near around me.
Have
Really?
you
There's
guys done
nothing by
like
you?
UPS? So Coles, you don't have
Say
a
again?
Coles by you?
No,
You don't have a Coles by you? No?
There's like I mean, in Jersey, you know what I'm saying? But you know,
Oh
that's
wow!
of course
yeah,
out of
yeah.
the way.
Is
like, you
Coles
know.
is Coles like a New York thing too?
And they
Or
have
is it
them
just
upstate.
like a Jersey thing?
They have them
Okay.
upstate New York, but it's just
not
not,
like a city
here in the
thing.
city. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a suburban thing.
yeah.
It's not
I know there.
hoity-toity
I know.
for the city.
I know that there's a Coles right up. There's like a Coles right outside like the Verrazano Bridge, right off when you get off the Verrazano Bridge. Like exit 5. There's a Coles right there that used to be the toy store.
Yeah,
right
see,
next
they
Is
don't
that the
have
one like the one by Red Hook there, where it has the
Yes,
the
yes,
Best Buy and
yep.
all that shit there now?
Yep,
that,
yep.
Yeah.
Where they
Yeah.
where the whole seaport, they just took down all that old seaport and just built the
Yes.
big mall there.
Yep.
Yeah.
That-
They don't-
Depot and shit.
Yeah, they don't have Coles in the city because Coles in the suburbs is actually the discarded stuff that's not good enough for the city. It's like there's a button that's not sewn on just right.
Coles
Fuck
is
it,
not
send it to
like
Coles.
that. That's Ross. That's Ross and Marshall. Ross and Marshalls
Yeah,
is that
that's like-
shit, man.
Yeah,
Coles is
that
the
I got
Coles is the
Marshalls.
tier just
I got
above it.
Marshalls. Yeah.
Yo, back in the day, Marshalls used to be the shit. If you were into hip hop gear, you wanted a 3X Echo shirt, you go to Marshalls. You know, you always had fat sneakers, you get Timberlands there, mad cheap, everything back in the day. Nowadays, you go up into Kohl's, it's like, ew, what are you doing here? You know, like it's so fucking trying to be such more than what it is. Kohl's used to be a discount store. It was all the old models. That's where they discontinued shit went to die. $14.99, $9.99, $24.99. You come out fresh and fly for $150. You got 3 outfits.
Yeah.
That was Marshalls back in the day, man.
That's
you always
where a
came
lot
out
of-
with something, a hat or something, wallet,
Yeah.
somebody else's wallet.
Last time I've been in there, like now it's just like all no-name clothing or whatever. It's all just like bullshit. It's all just
Yeah,
bullshit.
Burlington's like that too. Did you ever go to a Burlington coat factory?
We have one
Yeah.
here. I haven't
Yeah.
been there in a while, but
I remember when I lived in the city, you used to have to go all the way out to Long Island for Burlington. My friend's mom, she was like, "We got to go to Burlington. It's we get all the good bargains out in Burlington, out in the island." And now they got them all over the place. Same thing like Ross's and Marshalls, pretty much just you know
yeah.
old style clothes that are just
Yeah, we have those around here. It used to just be like a coat factory
Yeah,
sort
yeah,
of
yeah.
thing. You know what I mean? You could go there
And they
and
just
just
started
get like,
carrying clothes and
yeah,
everything.
yep.
You know what's crazy about shit like
This is action
Coles?
figures.
And Sears.
Burlington has
Action
action
figures.
figures. They do.
Yeah,
They
shit
do.
like
So does
Coles and
Marshalls.
Sears. I mean, basically, if you work in corporate America and if it's like, what the fuck do they call it? Something casual, business casual. You need button-down shirts and stuff. I tell you, man, it's something
Dockers.
when you see this
Cotton
when you
Dockers.
go into an elevator and you see the same guy wearing the same shirt you are. It's just something.
Marshall,
It happens.
$11.99. $11.99.
It happens all.
Dude, Kohl's has some awesome clearance sales. Like if you go shopping, they drop prices down to like $3, $2 for fucking shirts and pants and everything. Jackets are
One of my
$11
exes
bucks.
loved Kohl's, man. She lived at Kohl's.
Yeah.
You know, lived. Her Kohl's card, I swear to God, had a rotating $10,000 balance on it, man. Easily. The way she bought fucking clothes. Like, when we split up and I was getting her shit out of here, I was packing shit up for her. She had so much shit with the tags on it. Still had the fucking tags on it, man. She addicted to clothing. Addicted to buying clothes. I need that shit in my life. Zero fucking... Whoa, who's climbing steps?
That's Fen.
that- Oh, okay. I thought I heard some steps.
Yep, you did.
Now I'm debt free. Wow, where the hell do we get on Kohl's and shit like that? But yeah,
No,
Marshalls, Ross.
Do you
There's
guys
no
have
Rosses
a
around here.
you guys have a VIM or ever heard of VIM?
Dude? Of course,
Nope.
not here, but we used
Yeah.
to go downtown
We used to have
Brooklyn,
a couple
bro.
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
VIM. That's where you got all your hip hop shit in the '80s, man.
Yeah.
All your sneakers and shit like that. You go to VIM. Get
So
your
we-
acid wash jeans and shit.
They had the song with the commercial and shit
Yep.
to make it all
Fulton
like
Street,
catchy.
Fulton Street, downtown Brooklyn, and Fulton Street. My mother would go to welfare, take us to the welfare office. She would have to go fill out paperwork sometimes and shit like that. We go there, we go shopping at VIM. Come home with some fresh fly Adidas.
Yeah. So they have one that's by here. So that's usually where I go to get my Nikes and shit like that. You get them pretty, the fucking $60. You know what I'm saying? $100. Like, for some good ones, the Air Maxes.
Yeah, I've always had. And then, I mean, when I grew up as a kid, that's what it was that. And I'm sure, like, through the years, it just went through all the phases. And, it always had, like, the trending good shit,
Yeah.
And you had the bargain bins, too. You know what I mean? Like the misprinted shirts and shit like that.
Yeah, and there's a lot of fucking like no name brand like shit there, like also. But you could, if you need like your like for me, it's a good place to get like undershirts and socks and stuff like that because there's like no other spots around here that have that for like guys. So.
Earlier, Wes said he went out for a cigarette and he came back and we were talking about some other shit. Ralphie just said, Wes must have went out for a cigarette. This shit happened. We started talking about clothing stores and shit.
I'm just bullshitting. I'm just trying to be like.
I remember when I lived out in Pennsylvania, when I lived out by Penn State for a little bit, there was one discount store. I forgot the name of it, but they were carrying Walkerware and Carl Kanai. And this was like, it's in the middle of a college town. It's Penn State University, but it was outside Penn State, like kind of in a suburb. And I'm like, man, they got this shit in this is like the 90s when hip, all that shit was big for hip hop, like Walkerware and Kanai, and it was all on the racks for like $20. I was like, man, is this shit real? I don't care. It looks good. So I love discount shops like that.
Yeah, for the shops and stuff, like for back in the day, like where did you like most of the time like get your toys? Like where do you remember getting them? Because we had like a couple of little local toy shops. We always had Toys R Us, but that was like in the city. It was always like a kind of like a troop to get it, to get stuff from over there. So I always used to hit up like a local shop that had like the latest stuff, and there was like
you're
a couple
talking kid or like
I mean, whatever, like
adult?
80s, 90s, like whatever, yeah.
There was a spot. It was located in Brooklyn. It was on Flatlands Avenue down by Starrett City, which is going into the East New York section of Brooklyn. It's right across from the Brookline I think it was Brookline Projects. I think it was the Brookline Projects. That's across the street. It was called Toys and Things. Mm-hmm. Very generic building, brick building, but you went in there and it was better than your Toys R Us. And that was right when G.I. Joes were big. It wasn't too far from my house, and me and my mom, we would walk there, you walk through the bad neighborhood, get to this one, you go through there, But, we didn't have a car growing up, so my mom, we walked everywhere.
Yeah.
I just remember always going in there, like every single G.I. Joe I can remember. I bought my His Tank there. I bought my Zartan there. I just remember certain key items that I bought there. Mostly Joe's, not Transformers, because I think Transformers came a little bit after, right around the same time. But I think, didn't Joe's come out first? Joe's was kind of the craze at first, and then Transformers?
82.
Yeah, right before.
Okay.
Yep, they were like a year or so beforehand. I just always remember just going there, and like the walk back was just fucking insane. But I didn't care because I had my fucking G.I. Joes in the bag, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was so happy. And the mall had Toys R Us, but I never really went there because if you guys know Kings Plaza Mall in Brooklyn, which you don't, but the mall is located here, and Toys R Us would be 2 miles down towards the Belt Parkway entrance to the highway. So either you would have to take the bus to go there, or you just huff it. And we used to just huff it, go down there into the because it was right on the wharf. It was right by the water. You could Google it. You could see the layout. Then there was Red's Toy Shop. I used to work at Red's. This dude had this warehouse. This dude had everything in the warehouse. You go up, and it was so much shit in it. You found toys from the 70s. It was all just in boxes, and then he had all his good shit in like this cage, a lock cage. And the guys that were working there were ripping this dude off all the time, man. Like, I would find like old Migos and shit like that. Like, shit like that. And it's in a box just sitting there, like on top of boxes, on top of boxes, on top of boxes. And I'm like, and that's when I was like probably like 15 or 16. When I was like kind of like comics and all that shit, when I worked there. But yeah, basically KB in the mall, which was always a good spot for Transformers.
Yeah, he had a KB.
Yep.
Yeah, KB Toys was the spot.
I used to change the fucking tags and shit in KBs.
Yeah.
Just
red Sharpie.
But was KB...
I would just peel the label and swap them out.
Was KB like a franchise though, like sort of like Toys R Us that was like everywhere?
Yeah.
It was your mall. It was your basic mall toy shop.
Yeah, toy shop.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I remember, the Manhattan Mall that's right on Fifth Avenue or Sixth Avenue. Like it's like they used to have one there. Like I haven't been in that mall like in years, but I would like to go to see if they still have like either that. Well, I know KB's not there, but to see if they have a similar like toy store. I think the last time I went, there was nothing. That's why that was really my only reason for going in there. So,
I mean, that's why malls are dead and kids don't want to go.
Yeah, that's once you took the toy shops out of the malls died.
Yep.
It's all boring shit, man. What happened now?
I remember going to Caldor back in the day. We had strip malls. At the end of the strip malls, you'll have your Caldors or your fucking Steinbacks and your fucking Bradleys.
It wasn't until I moved out to when I moved out to Jersey, I found stores like that, Ames and James Way and all them
James Way,
your Walmart type stores,
Yeah. Yeah.
Cannot find toys.
All those stores went away. Walmart. Now it's just Walmart and Target. That's all it is.
Yeah. I remember like Woolworth back in the day. I think they had a toy section too. At least the one. My dad worked in Midtown Manhattan, and
Sears used to have
Woolworth.
Sears used to have a toy section. I remember back in the day.
Yeah. Me and Steele, we used to buy our Mass toys there. And
Sears.
Change
Sears,
tags. Before the UPCs. We used to. I remember I got a Volcano Fan. And, come on, we were kids. We just didn't give a fuck. We beat the shit out of the box and we put a clearance tag on the box because Volcano Fan was like $60. Back in the day, it was motorized for Mask and shit like that. We put a $10 tag on it and we got it. Wow. I'm not proud of the shit I did as a kid, but you were a kid. You know what I mean? I grew up in Brooklyn, man. I had no money.
Switching tags.
I had a fucking, you had a hustle. I'm not proud of it as an adult. I don't give a fuck as an adult. Whatever. You do what you do. You do what you got to do.
I remember when I used to visit
drugs.
my grandparents down in Lower Delaware. They had there's Ames in this store called Roses. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that, but
no, never had a
Roses.
But it was Roses is basically your Bradley's Caldor type of store, Kmart basically.
Go smell the roses. And
there were two towns. One was Rehoboth, and then there was Morristown. Was that what it was? Anyway, and there was an Ames and a Roses in each one, and I would go stay down with my grandma for a week, and at least once a week she'd be like, "All right, we're going to Rehoboth today." I was like, "Yes, get to go to Ames, check out the toy section," and so we're going to Morristown today. I was like, "All right." Another toy run.
Well, you grew up in Brooklyn, right? Not Brooklyn, in Jersey, right? The beers are hitting.
Yeah.
Fucking IPAs are hitting me really hard. But do you remember Two Guys in Garfield?
No, I was in Plainfield, New Jersey.
Maybe a little too. Yeah, well, Plainfield, come on.
I heard of Garfield, the town, only because I recognized it from the cat's name.
Well, when Brian used to live in Garfield, we used to go to a place that was called Two Guys. And that's a very well-known place in Jersey. I think they had two stores. And we used to buy our toys there from Two Guys. We started by Two Guys.
You just got the bun. There was no burger.
Yeah.
Or cheese.
Yeah, it was a discounted spot, They had the new shit too.
No fries.
Yeah, it's like
fuck those fries.
You got the green bumblebee, Well, hence the original when we used to do the streaming, Two Guys from Jersey, because it was a throwback from the old stores in Jersey when we used to go shopping for toys as kids, man. So that was big what I remember in Jersey, buying toys too when I used to come up for the summer, I just remember the stores. It's good stuff, man. Nostalgic shit, man. I love it.
Yeah, we had a place called Hills around here.
I heard of Hills.
Jose, you're on mute, by the way.
Now
I saw your mouth moving, but I didn't hear you. I see you enjoying that second monitor, though.
Yes.
Yeah, I would like to if I had the room, man. I don't got the room.
Change your life.
I got my studio monitors right here, my speakers. I can't do nothing.
Well,
whole new world.
Especially screen sharing and shit.
Ouch.
Yep. It's nice. It really is. It really is. So, I mean, that's cool. Like, what I'm saying? Like like that we all had our like little spots and stuff like that. Like I literally had like two pretty decent toy stores like right around the corner, and I remember KB like in the city, and and Toys R Us was like almost like a treat for me back in the day. That's almost like more where we went for the video games, like more than action figures.
You remember
know?
when you used to have to pull the piece of paper out?
Yeah,
with the video game?
dude. Yes.
Pull the
Video
paper
games.
out with the price, and you go up to that counter, that wooden box that was all the security box.
It was all like
bulletproof glass and
plexiglass
stuff.
in. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
You hand them the ticket. You could see it on the shelf, and they bring it to you. You're like, yeah, in television tennis. Yes. You get it home. No.
The almighty ticket, and it sucked. Like if you were looking for a game and there were no
Ticket was
tickets.
You know,
Yeah,
scalpers would be grabbing them by their fucking fistful. Selling tickets
was
on
that-
eBay. They'd be selling
Was that a
tickets on
thing?
eBay.
Oh,
I can
mean,
see
back
that
in the-
now. I can see that
back
now.
in the 80s, though.
Right? I can see that now.
Yeah, man,
I'm
I
selling
remember.
paper tickets.
Yo, Jay's right. Jay, he said that Toys R Us was like that too. Oh, that's
Yeah,
what we're
Toys
talking
R
about.
Us.
Yeah, that's Toys R Us. Yeah, that's Toys R Us.
Yeah, that's what we're
Yeah.
talking about. Joyce, have another fucking beer. Eh?
Yeah,
Wow.
but it's like, dude, I remember when I got a Game Boy, and those games are like right in the first part of the video game section, and I remember, like, you could see it from like a mile away. It's like, do they have Super Mario Land? Did they finally have Super Mario? And you can see it's like boom, boom, and you could see the sleeve was empty. And you're like, fuck.
Even if
Still
they had
not there.
Even if they had it in a cage, they couldn't give it to you because there was no ticket.
Yeah, dude, and
It's
I
like some
remember.
inventory shit.
I remember that one fateful time though when you go and you're looking at the tickets as you're getting to the video game section. And you're like, oh,
It's there.
it's in the third slot. There's fucking something there.
Or you get there and they slip like something else in there, like another ticket in there for
Fucking tennis. Yeah.
like television tennis.
Can't believe that shit, man.
Now
Like,
remember, I grew up in that time. I grew up on all the consoles, man. I grew up on the Atari and television, Coleco, the early shit. I had all that early shit. So ColecoVision was the shit, man. The shit. Of course, my mother was able to afford it when they never made games for it anymore. But the catalog was so huge that even when video games died, there was so many games to play. It was just ColecoVision's catalog was huge, fucking huge. And then you had the Atari adapter. These guys didn't give a fuck. They didn't get no permission to make that Atari adapter. They just said, "Yo, we're doing this."
They made an Atari adapter so you can play Atari games on it?
Yep.
For
And it said, "Fuck you, Atari. You're gonna play the 2600." They charged $80 or $100 for the adapter. It plugged right into the front of the ColecoVision. You didn't need your Atari anymore. Now all you needed was ColecoVision. Get rid of all your Atari. Fuck you, Atari. You could play your games on our system.
Wow.
They never got permission for that too, man. They eventually got sued, and that's why the fucking ColecoVision died, I think. But
Okay.
don't quote me, because
That's interesting. I didn't know that. Nice little bit of video game fucking lore right there.
yeah, man. ColecoVision was the shit. It was the shit. They had some really bad games, but they had some really good titles on there.
I'm gonna have to check that out. I remember like the Atari. Like I was super young, like for the Atari, but I remember just having a Nintendo. Like I think that was like my first system.
My
And
mom used to
then
play Atari.
Genesis afterwards. Like
Is
in
the
the
ColecoVision
90s.
the one that came with like the number pad with the analog stick on the top?
Yeah, with the analog stick on the top. They would, yeah.
With the
Yeah, they had to
buttons,
come up with their
and
own.
then
That curly wire that if you threw it and got mad,
yep.
it bounced back and hit you in the head because you're getting all fucking, you rage quit and you throw it and it comes back at you like, ah! Ladybug. Remember the Ladybug?
I remember you used to,
Looping, all the
yeah,
great games?
you were able to slide things like different color, like pads on top of those number buttons.
Yep.
To do
Numbers,
different
and
things.
and it did functions for the games. And the greatest thing about ColecoVision, you guys know how I am with nostalgic shit. There's the Atari adapter. It had all these extra things. They were so smart. It had, if you wanted to play turbo, it had a steering wheel adapter. It had a trackball adapter for trackball games. Of course, this is the one way for them to keep making money. It was so genius, and the graphics were on point. We're on fucking point. Ladybug.
So
What
the
a great
interesting
system.
thing is, my grandfather gifted me an old Atari, and we had cartridges that looked like this that worked on the Atari machine. I wonder if he modded it or something like that. That was kinda
See, there's the it came with a pedal. Turbo came with a fucking
Yeah,
a
the pedal.
and
The
a steering
yeah,
wheel.
that I remember
Right there.
that.
See
Yeah,
the no, it's the steering
big
wheel.
ass steering
right
wheel.
there to your right. To your right there. and you played Turbo. There was a game called Turbo, which was a big arcade game.
Yep. There it is.
And of course, so they made
cool.
so they made a couple more racing games. It was just a way to keep the system fresh.
Yeah.
You had to have money to have this system. This wasn't no Atari shit.
I'm pretty sure my buddy Jim, he has like all of his vintage game consoles. So he has like this, the original Sega Genesis. He has the original NES, but like the Japanese version one. Yeah. Like not the flat one like we know. His like
the Capcom or something like that. It was called.
Yeah,
something like that. I mean, you guys think we're crazy with our action figures? The gaming, the old school gaming community is fucking insane.
Yeah,
insane. But ColecoVision was always good, and I don't know. I just love the functionality of it and the way they said, of course you don't learn until you're an adult that they said, "Fuck you, Atari. We're making an adapter."
That is crazy.
Yeah. But it was the end of that was the beginning of their end. They flew too close to the sun. You know what I mean? And then E.T. came out, and the fucking the home system world just crumbled. You know what I mean? Then it just crumbled. And then I remember Commodore 64 was big.
Yep.
Buying the Commodore 64 with the games, and you could pirate the games, load star, A, 1. Load up your games, and you play video games on the Commodore. You weren't using the Commodore for a computer because it did absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
You playing video games. G.I. Joe, Transformers. It was a Transformers game.
Dude, we had a big, it was a case like this long and just full of Commodore floppies.
Fucking floppies, bro.
Yep,
floppies.
Fucking floppy disks.
I remember I had this copy program. I had a copy program. It's called Nibbler. I don't know if you remember that, but it was a copy program, and it was a program that lets you just copy floppies. So you would put the floppy in there, would save it to your computer, and then you put the next one in. It would just write it. It was like a CD writer.
Yeah.
It was like writing CDs, man. So we would just share our games, and the only way they were able to copyright the games is clipping the side of the floppy, and it was like old school cassette tapes. Remember how you went over cassette tapes by putting tape on the top of those tabs?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It was the same thing. It was the same thing. All you had to do was put tape on the tabs, and you were able to break into the game.
Yeah.
Dude, it was so awesome. Growing up like this was so awesome. Shout out to War Games, man. It's like kids don't get it nowadays, man.
A game.
Yeah, man. You guys know how I get. If you want to talk about nostalgia, I'm that dude, man. I'll just pull on those strings about growing up with that shit, man.
I wish I was able to mess with that stuff more, those older systems. But I remember
I am the oldest in the room here.
I remember what you were mentioning about like being able to copy the games. I did something like that. I had something called HD Loader for the PlayStation 2. And it was like an external hard drive, and you could copy the disc like to a hard drive that plugged into the back of the system, and you just needed that one boot up disc, and then you just go through your file of games, boom, and it would just boot up. And I was like, so I was basically whatever I bought, I copied, and then I just traded in all my shit because I'm like, I don't need the disc anymore.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, it was like back in the day when I joined Netflix when they used to send the DVDs. I was on the 5 DVD plan. It would get into my house, throw it in my computer, clone it, burn it, send it out the same day, get the next one in. I was always ahead of the game. Every day I was getting fresh DVDs to burn. Spindles. I had spindles of DVDs. I never watched them. I just threw them out like when I moved to this apartment. I just threw out shit tons of spindles. I was like, man, all that time and effort I waited. Because back in the day, to clone a DVD, it took a long time.
It took a while.
It would have to be the same amount of movie to clone it, and then you had to burn it, and those burners were maybe 3/4 of the time of watching the movie, So it's like a 5-6 hour thing just to move.
Yeah.
And if you got I remember I got a special DVD program. I think I still have it on this computer, DV recorder or some shit like that. You could make custom menus and shit like that. So when I got when I got the series, I could put all the episodes and make my own menu and shit like that. Oh man.
Yeah. I remember something like that.
Remember when writing CDs? I don't know if you guys ever had early CD writers, but they'd be like 2x, 4x speed. Fucking sitting there waiting for it. I'm like, I gotta go to work. I need new music for my car ride to work. Let's fucking burn the CD. Let's go.
But I never had, when I didn't have a computer, I would go over. We do Monday Night Raw at Steele's house every Monday, and I would make a CD on his computer every Monday, and I would have to bring my CDs, so I would have to record it into the computer, and then burn it afterwards. That's how you used to make CDs back in the day. But I didn't have a computer at the time, and I thought it was the best technology in the world. So I used to just be like, wow, while they were watching wrestling, that's what I did the whole time because I wasn't really a big wrestling fan. My ex-wife was.
Oh man, that's some shit though. I remember bringing that stuff up. It's like I remember doing stuff like that because I was just trying to save like stuff to basically like what do you call them, data CDs or something like that, or data disc, like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just like I was like, I'm running out of hard drive space on my computer, and back then it was like I probably only had 10 gigs or something like that. So I was like
CDRs and stuff.
Instead of buying external drive, you would just look. I just found this recently in a box. This is all a bunch of data CDs that I made through.
But dude,
I don't even know. I don't even know if my computer's gonna read these. You know,
I got a spindle of blanks, I bet, down in the crawl space.
Data vids.
I had comics, dude, that I made data discs of, like all like these TV shows that I used to like kind of like download and people used to share. Through, like,
I've got the Thundercats ripped to fucking probably real media format down in the crawl space somewhere.
Wow.
You remember that? Wow.
Assorted sample and mixes. Look like assorted sample and mixes. I don't know what's on here. I should pop this in one day and see if, who knows, I might have some like old bangers on here, old fucking shit I don't remember. Reason 5.0, like it was a beat making program back in the day. Look, it still even has the serial number on there. Oh man, classics. This is funny, man. It's funny that you said that, you know, because at the time it was like computers were so unsteady, and especially what we were doing back at the time, we were going places that you shouldn't have been going to. There was always 3 times a week I was searching for viruses and looking through registries and trying to delete files because I went someplace and downloaded something, or you know.
And now nonstop pop-ups and the shit.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, that pop. They used to fucking pop up.
I used to go hunting for those. I used to go hunting for those INI files and shit. I'm like, why is this running on my computer? What does this mean? Delete it.
I would write down the registry. That's why I still use. I still use. What's it? Spybot Search and Destroy. That's a good program.
Yeah, I still have that. I use that.
It's a free program. I've been using it for fucking 10 years, maybe more.
Yep.
So that's still a good. You had to, because it would just fuck up your shit between the file downloading systems, the porn sites, the MP3 sites, the the blog sites where I was downloading music from, and just like. You remember that Dave Chappelle sketch about the internet being in the mall and it was just a really bad place? It was really bad there. Like, the internet's not like that now. I can't remember the last time I had a virus on my computer. It's got to be easily 10 years since I had a virus on my computer. You know what I mean?
It's just, I guess it's gotten to a point, you got to go somewhere probably really bad to get caught with some shit. Or click one of those links in your email. That's obviously some bullshit,
Yeah, we're smarter now. We're smarter now. And things are a little bit easier to find and hunt down. And like I was saying on April 1st, it was like, back in the day, you wouldn't click on any links in message boards because you're going right to meetspin.com. If anybody doesn't know meetspin.com, basically you would click a hyperlink and you just come to a picture and you couldn't get it off your computer of a guy's wiener fucking spinning with music behind it. They called it meetspin.com. You guys can't believe you don't know. I'm old school internet, so and you couldn't get it off your fucking computer. So like if you click something at work, you went to meetspin.com. Big ass schlong just going. It was.
I was never lucky enough to get caught by that one.
Like when we had dustmites.net, when we had the website, we would give out free drums and stuff like that. Basically it was like what we're doing with the Realm, but with producers back in the day, and hence the name. We used to give out, and they never caught on. I mean, they caught on a couple years later. We would give them free drums, like, hey, free drums, just click here. Boom, right to Meatspin. Just one of those internet legends. Just Google it. But it's not there anymore. It's not there anymore, but it's a legend.
It's like nowadays, man, when you're searching for information, there's just a lot more legit sites. But I remember back in the early days, like 20 years ago, you're like, all right, man, I got my fucking 6-pack of beer, and I'm gonna fucking do some deep internet searches. Like, I'm gonna get links on top of links and keep going and keep
internet
going.
Was fun.
Like, I'm gonna learn everything I want to know about fucking 3 3/4 inch bolts or something today, and I'm fucking going.
GeoCities and all these other websites, and everybody had their own.
Yahoo?
When Google came in and cleaned up the internet, it fucked it all up. I swear it did, because there's
Now you
nothing-
can't find that shit anymore.
Yeah, it's all gone. It's all
because
gone.
Google doesn't give it in their hits and their
It's
top
gone.
hits.
It's gone. It's like
You can scroll down 200 pages down, like there's the.
and it's good because I used to be addicted to the internet, but now it's just this. Now here it is.
Yeah.
Like I would come home from work and I would sit in my chair for 6 hours. Downloading music, going from here to there, YouTube, AIM Instant Messenger, bullshit with people, chat rooms, message boards, getting into fights on message boards and GIFs and all that shit. You know what I mean? It was like uploading GIFs to a photo image shack so you could throw it on a message board to get somebody. You know, you know what I mean? It was the internet was so much fun back in the day, man.
Dude, the AIM from back in the day, the instant messenger is what really like got me like addicted, because it's like then you start chatting and then you get in these different groups and then
you
it's
got windows,
like,
you can
yo,
change your
it's so
name, you can have
crazy.
different. I remember
yeah.
like when my ex was at school and she would pop on, I'd be boop. And when my buddies saw me leave, they knew to just go to my other name. I'd come up on the other account. And we just go back to bullshitting about it. And then when everybody was getting a better connection, like 56K was kind of dying, and you had like cable connects, and you had more. What was the one through the phone that was fast? Not 56K. It was DSL. A lot of people were getting
dial-up.
DSL and cable, so your connections were bigger. You were able to send folders and files through AOL Messenger. That's how me and my buddies, we used to work on beats together. Like, we would have all the same programs. I would work on it, send them the finished program. They'd open it up in their computer. They'd work on it, send it back. You know what I mean? To this person, to that person, to this person's person would put lyrics on it and send it to us. It took a while, but it wasn't like putting in an envelope with a stamp and sending it. 'Cause that's how we.
Yeah.
That's basically, if you don't live in the same area, that's how you were working on music back in the day. You know what I mean? If you didn't live close. So it was kind of cool that I got a big file here. All right, just leave it downloading all night long and check it out tomorrow.
Yep, that's what I used to do. I would download shit at night, and then I would wake up, burn my CD, go take my shower, brush my teeth, whatever, and then by the time I'm dressed, my CD's ready, and I'd go in the car, go to work. This is my new music.
Yep. And then like you wake up in the morning and you see it halfway through it failed, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
It never picked up where it left off. You would have to re-download it, and then you had IRC groups, and then you had fucking SoulSeek, and then you had like your Napster shit, and all that bullshit, and oh man, it was just like it was so much shit, and it was all free. Don't even get me on torrent sites, man. The shit used to get from torrents, man. Now it's like the torrent sites are just holding on. You got to be like an exclusive member for like 20 years to get like good torrents nowadays,
Oh, you gotta be like a season ticket holder?
Yeah.
To
You
get
gotta
online?
be from day one. Like, you can't just pop in there and be like, "Hi guys, I'm new here. Can I get this movie, please?" No.
I remember back in the day, there's this guy who used to do, I think, Futurama and South Park episodes. He was from the UK, and he just has a website. He's like, latest episode's up, and I would download it. And then I remember at one point, I was just like, I PayPal'd him like $20. I was like, dude, I've been leeching off you for like a couple of years.
Yeah.
And he's like, thanks, mate. I'll go get me a couple pints down at the pub. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah, you feel good, You feel good because it was the place to be. Like, I used to have bookmarks on top of bookmarks, and I would do my rounds every night and go to my places, and like, I sit in the computer. If it wasn't for me making beats or doing these streams, I wouldn't need it. I wouldn't need this fucking thing if I wasn't making beats and doing what we're doing here. I would not need a computer because everything other than that is right there.
Yeah, the
It's like
BitTorrents.
message boards turned into Facebook groups. You know what I mean? Message boards were great because there was no hard board. Dude, MySpace. You know how much money I made on MySpace, bro, selling beats? Because you used to have that music player.
Yeah.
There used to be a music player, and I used to put 10 beats in there. Yeah, and people could listen to it while they're going through my page. And I would get all the hottest porn stars and hottest chicks as all my first friends. And people would go through your friend list because they would just add them to their friend list. It was before where you have to confirm that you want to be someone's friend on MySpace. So they would spend more time on my page. And the longer they were on my page, the longer they heard my music. You know what I'm saying? So it was all about marketing back then was MySpace, man. Keeping the asses in seats. How am I going to keep the people here on the page long enough? Well, put all the hottest chicks in my top 20.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
They had
Didn't
the
make it a
top
top
8.
30.
People used to fucking catch feelings, and then you know,
Yep.
and then you could put in all these like
top 5.
yeah, exactly. Like, how come I'm not your number 1? You know, whatever. Like, you know, top spot. You had to watch that shit back in the day. You know, that
Yeah,
shit
and
caused
then
fights.
and like my ex would tell me, take me off your top. I keep getting these requests from these goons. Of course, I'm into hip hop. I'm making beats. Of course, if you want to be a number 1 on my page, this is what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
So don't give me shit about you not being number 1 on my friends list. You know what I mean? This is your penance for having me put you there. You know what I mean?
Yep. And if somebody was in a certain spot and they saw they dipped, you know, they went down or whatever, they'd be like, hey, what's going on? Like, what's happening? You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, you don't understand. I added it, just moved to you. I'll put you back tomorrow. I'll put you back tomorrow.
Yeah, dude, that shit was crazy.
Dom, did you have a MySpace?
No, I did not have.
I'm just trying to get
MySpace.
Dom to talk because he's been quiet. I'm sorry.
The
dude.
first time, like I had a Facebook until I met the group. That's it. I never had a Facebook group
Wow,
since.
I knew nothing about
Forever.
Facebook until
I always thought
I thought it was a college thing. I thought it was like a school thing. Like you had to go to school. I was like, I don't go to fucking school. Fuck that shit.
It
I'm
looks
on
so
MySpace.
it looks so plain. Like, it didn't seem like fun because with the MySpace you were able to edit your page and put these backgrounds and the music.
Yeah, look at my
and it
glitter,
was like,
man. Look
yo,
at them
dude,
glitter
shit,
gifs.
yeah.
Takes 20 minutes to load. I got unicorns with rainbows coming out of its ass. Glitter.
Yeah, everybody learned their HTML fucking
Oh
during
yeah,
those
dude.
days and shit like
HTML.
that.
Oh my god. I used to like change the page up every once in a while with colors and like make color schemes and it
Dude,
just
I had
taught me-
templates. I had templates. I was
Oh
switch
no,
up.
no. I would.
You know.
It taught me more commercial design, you know, because it taught me what colors work together. You know, that and graffiti, of course. And like I used to make titles and fonts and all that shit, and make title cards, and I had all those programs and shit like that to go with it. So it was really cool to learn that because I would never have really worked on that shit, you know. Shout out to the promos, those early ROC promos on that, you know.
Yeah.
It's good shit, man. MySpace.
How would the rest of
We
y'all?
go from
Yeah.
How the fuck do we go from fucking toy shops all the way to the internet to MySpace?
Where did you? Other guy? I mean, Dom said no, but Brank, JP,
No,
did
I
you
mean, I
have
saw it
MySpace? No
I had
MySpace
a-
pages.
I had a MySpace, but I was like never on it. That was like my introduction to the internet and like you know instant messaging and all that shit. But like I never participated, so it was always like one of those things that I might have got on it like once a month.
Okay.
I was too busy being drunk and having Halo LAN parties and shit.
Yeah.
At that time. So
Sounds like my last summer.
yeah.
That shit. Well, when did that shit peak, Dust? That shit was like 2006 or so, right?
Well, yeah, it was 2007, 6 or 7 when it was 5. In between 2005 to 2007, I would say that's when it was really popping off.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know when you guys got on the internet. I first started with the internet in '99. I was going over to places and friends' house at 98, but 99 is when I got my first computer, and I was officially on the internet. It was a wedding gift, which eventually caused the divorce.
I always felt like I was late because 23 for me, so that was 2003. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't have like a email. I think that's when I had my first email address. It was fucking
Brian, what about you?
Say again. What was the question?
First time introduced to the internet? Thanks for listening.
Oh, it was in college. Sorry, I was reading the chat.
It's okay.
I was in college. No. Prodigy. Do you guys remember Prodigy? It
Rapper
was
from Mobb Deep?
It was I don't know what that is, but
Of course not.
I know what it is, Dust.
it was
Like
a
a rock
dial-up
band?
service before like AOL and stuff like that, and my mom was on it, and I remember when my stepfather was helping me set it up. We got the modem installed, and this is way before 56K, and I don't know why I'm echoing, but he's like, okay, it's all set up. Once you push that button, and you're gonna start hearing noises, and we're probably gonna be disconnected. And then boom, I was on the internet because I didn't realize like it dropped the phone line or whatever. It's kind of interesting. And so I remember I participated in a few message boards, and I used
Groups.
it to
Back
like
when I was on, it was groups.
yeah.
Message boards, yeah,
and
groups.
and It's like, oh, look at this, 17 plus or whatever. Let's see what these people are talking about. But I remember like, oh wow, look at this, an online encyclopedia. I don't have to go to the library. And then I was like, how the fuck do I reference this in a document? For my references. But that was basically it. And then when college hit, my college campus was pretty high tech, where you had to get the Ethernet card installed, and boom, talk about fast internet. It's like, damn, college is great. Internet fucking comes through quick.
I think I had scattered like experience with that, like when I was in college, but I don't think it was enough. Like it wasn't really enough. Like it was really like 03, like when I started.
56K sucked.
Yeah.
It sucked, man. Years I had that. Years. It just sucked. It was to the point where they started coming out with answering machines for your computer, so people need to talk to you. They could leave a message while you're on the internet. And the program would pop up, and you would hear the message, "Get off the fucking computer! I need to talk to you." Fuck! I gotta log off. What? That's all you needed? You could have emailed me. Click. Yeah, the internet, early days. Dom, what about you? All right,
guys. Like my next door neighbor had the internet. My dad did not allow us on the internet when we were kids. Like he didn't. Their only computer in the house was in his office, and if we were not allowed in there. So at the end of the day, if I ever had to go play on the internet, it would be over my neighbor's house, and they had like a computer down the hallway from the kitchen, and we would jump on, go on AOL chats and stuff like
Remember
that.
The family
and, like
computer?
Brian said, like let's
family computer.
Yeah, like let's see who's chatting in this chat. And then eventually we got risky, and then I found my father's like Larry and the Lounge Lizards like video games and stuff like that. That's when things got interesting. So.
Well, he kept the computer away from you because he couldn't get off of meatspin.com. He was sitting there spinning for days and days and days.
You guys ever remember like AOL when it's like, all right, it was always busy all the time. Like I'd go visit my mom, and she'd be like, "We just finished dinner." She's like, "Oh, this might be a good time to get on the internet if you want to go try it out."
Yeah, because you got to get once you got on, you couldn't get off because you would get the busy signal.
And then eventually people start getting second phone lines just for the internet.
Yep, and then the phone company came out with DSL, and then eventually, where I lived in Bumblefuck, New Jersey, they finally got cable internet.
Dude, I remember being in my apartment, and it was just like, it's like every month you're calling Comcast. It's like, is it available in my area yet? And they're like, no.
Yeah, for cable.
Next month. Is it there? No. Is it? And then finally,
Same
like,
thing
it's
with me.
there. And then you're calling it. It's like, how come the modem's not here yet? Did you ship it yet? Where's the modem?
Yeah.
Where is it? Okay,
I remember
I would
my
need
cable,
it.
cable internet for me when it first came out to my area in Sussex County, New Jersey, was like almost $200 a month. $200 a fucking month, man. It was like, I was like, all right, I don't want TV anymore. All I can afford is this. And that's how much. But you paid for it because you got your money's worth every month. Honestly, back in the day, you got $200 out of your internet in a month. I know I did. I know just on music that I downloaded. You know what I mean? I got tons of fucking hard drives like this that are just full of
Yeah, that's the thing.
just full of shit, man. I got like 50 of these. I got my whole fucking discography. The whole catalog is on that shit. If those ever die, I lose everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like probably tons of shit I don't listen to, I've never used, but as a producer for sampling, that's like my archives, So it's just like, you just paid for it because you knew you were getting your money's worth out of it from just pirating and getting whatever you needed to get out of it.
See,
And you're 20 minutes of meat spin every day.
See, that's what I worry about when it comes to those hard drives. Like, cause now, like having, I have like a MyBook or whatever. It's like a 3 terabyte drive connected to the new PC. So I was going through it, and then I'm like, oh man, I forgot I had a lot of these like old photos from like the mid 2000s, like when I first started getting a digital camera. And I'm like, if this shit ever dies, like all these fucking memories are gone. They're not anywhere else.
Well, that's why I have so many. Like, every few years I back up. I just
back them up. Yeah,
they're so fast now. The old days used to take long. I got drives that you have to plug in. That's how old they are. They need power. They need power. They're like 500 gigabytes. Now you can get 500, terabytes in the size of a fucking wallet. You know what I mean? It's insane.
It's crazy
And
how
everything's
far
so
it's
lightning
come.
fast. So it's like, it's you buy it for $40 and you just back up and just leave it. And if something happens, you just know you have it. You know what I mean? I probably have the same stuff multiple times on different drives, but it just don't matter. Just always be safe.
Same thing with the CDs. It's like, all right, I'm gonna copy a bunch of shit in this folder into a CD, and then like I remember I installed a tape drive on one of my old computers once too. Talk about fucking slow. How long it took to back that thing up.
The Commodore used to have a tape drive. And then the
there was
Atom.
zip
Remember
drive?
the Atom
Remember
computer that was you put into ColecoVision?
Remember the zip drive?
Zip
Ooh,
drive
zips.
sounds familiar.
I had a drum machine that had zip drive. They were the big ones, the bigger discs.
Yep.
bigger
100
discs,
megabytes. 100
Yeah.
megabytes. That's a game changer.
Well, my old samplers, my old samplers used to use the 3.5, and sometimes I would make beats that you would have to use 3 discs.
Yeah,
Those,
it's just 1.44 megabytes on the
like
fucking
if
floppy.
the more samples I used, the more discs I used to have to make. And then you were able to hook up a zip drive through a SCSI. They called it SCSI, CSSI.
Yep.
I forgot the terminology for that, but it's a special hookup, and you're able to save everything. You could save like 20 beats on one zip disk. Yeah. But then those things always corrupted though.
Yeah.
You know how many times you work on a beat and then like you're ready to play it, or you go back and dig and its data's corrupted. You're like, fuck, you lost it. You know what I mean? It's gone. It's just. Oh, man, I'm glad we talking about that. I know we're not really talking about toys and shit like that, but
Yeah, that's what we
talking
do.
about
We're
old
just
times.
bullshit,
man.
Yeah, just bullshitting. Just hanging with
yeah, the
boys.
internet, man.
It's good to see your face though.
Yeah, it's
Good
been
to
a minute,
be in
man.
like the same sort of room and
man. Thank you
bullshitting.
guys for having me here, man. I'm very
Hell
happy
yeah.
that you guys asked me on tonight, man, because yet we see each other behind words, but we don't get to see each other.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
even
it's,
if this is all we got,
Yeah, at least we have it.
Yep.
Better than
should
nothing.
I'll say it, and you'll get tired of hearing me say this, but like every time you take a vacation, I'm gonna be like, you should be driving a PA.
Dude,
Why
wish
are you
I know we
driving fucking ass
we
PA?
talk about this off air,
I
but
know.
with my medical shit that's going down, man,
Yeah.
there's some days I can't even get to work, but that's another conversation for not here in public.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm good. There's a major echo tonight. I don't know who it is, but it's awesome.
Yeah, it's probably you.
No, it's not me.
Is it?
Echo.
It's never dust.
Oh,
Echo?
Jose's got the new mic. Is it you, Jose?
Well, it's
Echo.
a new old mic. It's
New
the
old
Yeti,
mic?
the old Yeti mic.
You don't
Plug
have
it
your
out.
speakers on?
Nope.
You
My
don't have the
speakers are
Yeti
off.
pointed to the front instead of the back or whatever the fuck it is?
I don't
It's
know.
I mean, we
fine,
could make
I
this
just
easy and
plugged
just
it in.
blame Dom.
A lot of times we'll hear the echo during the
blame
show,
me.
but when you listen to the playback, it's not there.
Sorry,
I don't
Dom.
hear an echo though. I don't hear an echo.
Echo.
I hear it every now and again.
I
I
do
don't
too.
hear it.
It's only when I talk loud. It's
Yeah,
me.
there.
Hello?
Yeah, there you go.
Hello,
Hi, hi, hi.
Uncle Leo. It's awesome. It's awesome. It has a little
Yeah.
reverb.
Troubleshoot.
Little
There
reverb.
we
But
go.
yeah, man, being that I dug these data CDs out, I can't wait to see what the fuck's on there. Maybe I can find old beats that I did.
See, but dude, I threw so much shit out because it's like you think about it. That's what we did to store shit back in the day. But now I'm like, I'm not gonna use these for anything. I don't even have a
Yeah.
fucking disk drive anymore. to
I don't
fucking
either.
Do
Yeah.
shit like that's it. To me, it's like that disc era like is done. So like I feel like getting rid of the Blu-rays now. Like even though, and then
now
I'm
you
like,
want to talk about media like that? I know, man. I got
it's
CDs
just-
for days, DVDs for days.
DVDs,
bro.
dude. I'm
You
like,
saw those boxes I had.
yeah, I want to bring them to like a show and be like, yo, just give me $1 each. I just don't want to
Can't even
fucking
get
toss
that
them.
nowadays.
I don't even
man.
want to toss
Get
them.
that, yeah.
Jesus, that's crazy. That's crazy.
That sucks. We went through our collection of DVDs and Blu-rays, and I mean this was months ago, but like we have a box of probably 200, 300 fucking Blu-rays and DVDs sitting here, and it's like
I was-
I'm gonna-
Yeah, mine's behind my entertainment
It's
cabinet.
just like
and
everybody,
it's
like
I
everybody's
don't
making,
see
like-
them like you get it hides it. So like when you open up the doors, you'll see all of them, and I'm like, oh fuck.
they're making like DVDs or like old school fucking vinyl, man. It's not that old,
Yeah.
man. It really is
Nah.
not that old.
No.
It's like,
it became
I saw a
obsolete
YouTube
real
video.
quick though.
I saw a YouTube video. This guy goes through Las Vegas and he stays at the hotels. A young kid, and he does reviews about the hotels. He's got really good cinematography because I like watching the videos to learn how to edit and shit. And he's like in a hotel and is like, oh yeah, look at this. This is a throwback. This is nostalgic. This is a dinosaur. They got a DVD player. You can rent DVDs at the hotel lobby. And I'm like, dude, it's not like it's a fucking rotary phone. Relax. You know what I mean? It's like, it's a fucking DVD player. But these new generations, it's shit that they just don't grow up with. I'm not a fan of the digital world. I don't think movies, like, I don't get nothing out of a digital movie being, because if it corrupts, it's done. You can't go back. The website's gone. The link expired. You're never getting that back again. At least a Blu-ray or a DVD, you can play it whenever you want to. You know
so that was my big worry. That's why
it's like digital music.
Yeah, I didn't want to say I was against digital, but I was very much a fan of the physical media because of that very same line of thinking. Like, hey, I could watch this. I own this. I was like, I've had movie links expire because I'd never like cashed them in, and then when I finally did, I'm like, too late. You know what I'm saying? So that sucks. I would have to rebuy it now. It's super, but now I'm like, I'm all in just because of the convenience of it, and because it's like, okay, I could play it here on my computer, I could play it on my phone, I could play it on my Amazon.
Yeah,
you know, like it's.
You remember how cool it was? You pop the popcorn. You turn the lights off. You put the VHS tape or the DVD, and you sit down with your significant other. You sit there chill and you hit play. It was movie night, and I think everything's becoming so easily accessible, and everything's so easy. It's just like now, things aren't appreciated like they used to be.
Life is easier, but I guess it's just life
it's like,
getting.
Are we
easier.
gonna watch that movie tonight? Nah, babe, I was in the car at lunch. I watched it already. I'm sorry.
That's why you're not supposed to tell them. You're not supposed to tell them.
Yeah, but you know what? I was not that dude to watch a movie twice. You know what I mean? I'm like, Yeah, you went to bed early. I watched like 2 seasons more of Dexter.
That show you're watching? Yeah, exactly. You can't let them know that.
I'm sorry. Yeah, but I couldn't watch it again, What do you mean you watched it? Hey, you went to bed early.
Or that, like passing out, and it's like, I'm going to continue to watch the episode.
Yeah. She goes to bed at 9. I'm up until 4.
Remember when you didn't have a lot of movies and you just like watch the same thing over and over and over again? I remember
go to the library.
When I was in high school, I'd be like, I'm gonna watch Jurassic Park again or Speed. I always watch fucking Speed. When I first moved into my apartment, I think I had some like VHSs that I borrowed from my mom a while back or whatever. She gave me some. I think I watched Eraser. The movie Eraser every night for 2 weeks before my cable finally got hooked up. Or before I owned a TV.
With Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnold.
Yeah.
God, it's like, Eraser again tonight. Okay, here we go.
I just think now with like digital stuff, like I spend more time looking for what to watch than actually watching. Yeah. Like the old days, you look through your library, you pick it, and you watch it. Now it's like, click, 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 click. All right, nothing here. Let me go to Hulu. Click, 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 click. Let me go here. 45 minutes later, I'm like, I don't even want to watch anything anymore.
I just find myself, I find myself just going to Old Faithfuls, like in times like that, where it's like I ain't searching for shit. Let me just watch this again. Let me watch it, like Brian said, I think one time, watch Infinity War for the fucking 87th time.
Yeah,
but it's like
Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah. But we talked about this like a while back. Like that's why it's kind of nice when you finally find something and you're like, all right, I'm gonna watch it. Like, dude.
I'm saving this for tonight. Make the
last month I was watching fucking Let's Plays on YouTube. I found a guy's channel that I liked, and I was watching him play fucking old King's Quest shit. They were talking about throwback stuff, dude. And that was a blissful like 2.5 weeks because it's like I know that I don't have to search for anything. I'm gonna make some food. I'm gonna sit down. My food's gonna be hot while I eat it while I'm watching something because I'm not fucking searching for what I'm gonna watch.
I'm the same way. Are you guys like that? You have to find what you're gonna watch before you cook your dinner. Otherwise, your food just goes cold looking for something. Like I set time. Like, dude, find something for tonight now, so when you eat later, you can fucking enjoy your dinner while you're watching.
Right.
You know. But I'm old school. Like I'll throw on like King of Queens or Seinfeld. Or do a couple of, comedy episodes, shit like that. I'm happy eating dinner like that, because reminds me of having TV.
Yeah. And right now I'm on the DC movie kick on HBO Max. Like I'm watching that stretch of Justice League and Batman movies right now. And I'm like, and it's great because it's like, all right, that's what I'm watching. And I'm like, I think I'm halfway through the list now, so I'm starting to get a little worried. I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to start watching after this. But it's
Netflix keeps hitting me up. $7.99, you want to come back? No. $6.99? Nope. No, thank you. It's good shit, man. It's good shit.
Yeah.
I mean, when you talk about your YouTube shit, when you go down a YouTube rabbit hole, and this is how I segue, you're there for days, dude. The shit that I watch on YouTube, you guys are like, what's wrong with you, bro? Guys living in their vans and fucking hobos on trains and a guy that drives down hooker rallies every day and like weird shit. Like I just find this for some reason. I'm like, what the fuck is this? He actually made videos? And then I go to his channel. I'm like, this guy's off the hook. And the next thing you know, it's like 3 hours. I watched his whole catalog. You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck? YouTube is nuts. It's
That's
nuts.
rare. That's a rare thing for me. Like I usually just kind of stick to my channels, and then I usually only click on that related stuff that they give you, but only if it's like, oh, okay, this is a video game I'm interested in, or this is a wrestling clip I want to see.
Oh, no,
like
I'm
I don't
always
fall
checking
down
that.
that random like
Oh,
rabbit
no,
hole
I'm
of
always
just,
checking it because you
like-
don't know what the fuck you're going to find, bro. You just find some crazy shit. Like, you don't realize how many people in Canada live in vans and do YouTube videos.
Or,
That's their thing.
or
They
people
live in
building
vans with some sort of
houses and
dog.
cooking
Yeah.
for hamsters and
Yeah.
Dude,
catching
the crazy
rats
shit,
and-
yes. The crazy shit.
Hamsters.
Stealth camping. There's a guy that eats. I'm sleeping in this parking lot of McDonald's, and I'm going to eat here for 24 hours. And he sleeps in the car, and all he does all day long is eat McDonald's. He goes through the drive-thru, orders 4 fucking meals a day, and sits in his car and eats it while he's talking to you. But that's all he does. Yet I'm watching a 44-minute video of this. What the fuck? Why am I watching it? You know what I
Jay
mean?
says he spent an hour watching mink
See?
videos.
Yo, YouTube rabbit holes are nuts. Yeah, the camping ones too, man. The guy goes camping with his dog. He builds no tent or nothing. He builds his own little what do they call that? Little fucking shelter. There's snow, there's everything, and he's sleeping
Yeah.
at sub-zero temperatures with his dog, and he's cooking a meal and everything. And I'm like,
Yes.
YouTube is the best. You know what I like about YouTube? It lets me experience shit that I'll never fucking do. I'll never do that. But now that I watch these videos, I've done it. You know what I mean? In my mind, I experienced it with him, so I've done it. I could take it off the bucket list. You know, I can live through other people on YouTube because I know I'm not going to do it myself. That's why I love YouTube, man. And then that'll bring you to this. And I'm like, I'll watch one guy, and I'm like, hey, I don't like this guy at all. But then I'll watch a second video. All right, he's not too bad. And then next thing you know, I'm watching all of them. And there was this one video about a dude that was riding the train rails. He called himself a hobo, a young kid. And his video stopped. And I'm like, how come he hasn't done any videos? I Googled him online. The kid fucking died jumping from train to train.
No.
Oh
And I'm
my-
like, I was invested almost for fucking 30 videos, and the guy just done. But it's on Google. You Google his name, and like he was well known. His channel was that big. How did I come across this? I don't know, but I watched it.
That's
I watched
crazy.
it. He was traveling all around Canada, the U.S., from one side of the country to the other side. He'll take videos of him on the train. He'll talk with the camera, show him what he's eating, jumping off, hanging out with his hobo buddies, and just chilling and sleeping. And like he documented everything.
Yeah.
It was really fucking interesting. You know, it was really weird. Well, now I was a hobo for a while.
That's crazy though. Like so,
Because I watched it on YouTube.
got invested, looked him up, and found out he died. Though that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I was like, why did this guy stop his channel? His channel was going huge. He was big. And it just stopped. And he was jumping from train to train or jumping off a train, and his backpack got stuck. And the other train came and took him.
Oof.
Oh damn.
Yeah, so, man, there's crazy shit on YouTube.
That's fucking crazy. I be feeling shook for those dudes that be doing those like the heights videos when they be just be fucking walking on the ledges of these tall ass buildings, or they're just climbing down and then climb back up, and they have that perspective shot. Like I feel that shit in my fucking chest.
I can't play Grand Theft Auto anymore because when I jump off buildings, I'm like holding on to shit. With my vertigo from the MS, man, I'm just like, oh god, I'm falling with them, you know. It's like really crazy, man. It's like you can't do those things anymore because you're actually in there. But video games are just so real. I mean, you guys have any other like? Am I the only crazy one with YouTube rabbit holes like that?
I mean, I know Brian like would fall down, some of those rabbit
Yeah,
holes. And
I
stuff
can't
like
remember
that.
what. Yeah, there was the mousetrap videos and Let's Plays, the hamster cages, the hamster adventures. Like this guy would make like a fun house for a hamster, and it would have like trap doors and crap in it, and of course there's the diecast racing. But I've searched around, and there's really now not any other channels doing it as high quality as that one that me and Gary have been watching. Yeah. So that rabbit hole dried up real quick as soon as I watched every video on that channel.
Yeah, that's the problem. I'll sit there for hours.
Yeah.
It's be like 2 o'clock in the morning, bro. You got to get up at 5. It's all right. One more.
Yeah.
It's only 19 minutes. And then next thing you're like, I got nothing else to watch. I'm gonna, just for shits and giggles, I'm just gonna start screen grabbing some of the shit that comes up in my feed on YouTube. It's like anywhere from fucking music to hip hop to fucking sampling to podcasts to the hobos to fucking people sleeping in their vans and hotel things and this. It's crazy, man. I'm like, I don't need Netflix. Because I'm all over the place with my YouTube, you know?
I think I just fell down to like the fight rabbit hole once. I was like, let me just looking for street fights and see if there's anything good on here. And then that's when you start.
And that takes you to the Karen channel. Nothing but Karen videos. You know what I mean? Then you're in the hood fight videos. And then there was a dude that was in Atlanta. He was the security guard in Atlanta in a mall.
That's mean.
Total ghetto mall, and he always wore a GoPro. And he thought he was a cop. And he would show him fucking with everybody, like big time dogs out there, like he'd get into fights and people pulling guns on him and shit, and him running away and shit. That was a week and a half right there watching his videos, you know.
Yeah. So Jay brings up a good one. I also got down into this too, where they have these giant anthills like in Texas and shit like that, and they pour fucking red hot magma almost like down.
Magma.
And then they dig it up, and it's like these like crazy designs from all the tunnels and shit. Yeah. It's nuts.
I know I went after the ants in my old apartment when I lived downstairs. Because the ant problem was so big downstairs, I went and there was a video where you can make borax and hot water. You boil borax and water, and you pour that into the anthills. And I took it to the streets, man. I was at war with these ants, man. I would do that for hours every day, just trying to take them all out because they were all over the apartment. They were just coming in. Living on the first floor. I mean, it's ant time now. I'm surprised I don't see any in here.
Yeah, my ants are visiting right now. My annual ants. Yeah, they stay on the windowsill in the kitchen and they go back and forth.
Yeah, they send the little guys out first. You know, the little search.
I put the stuff out early too, and I got them, man. They were like swarm for like a day, and then they were gone for like 5 days, but now they're kind of trickling back in.
I know this is way off what we're trying to talk here, but I used to buy this powder in the bag, and you just sprinkle it around the perimeter of the building, and I would do it around the whole building when I lived on the first floor. I'd buy like 3 bags, and within 2 days they were gone. I mean, you see them in the kitchen, you get it, but when you're on the couch and you feel one crawling on your arm, like, how the fuck you get in here? There's no reason for you to be in here. Get out of here. You know, and that's when you're like, all right, you put the war paint on tomorrow. We're going. Oh, God. I'm sorry, guys. You invited me here.
It's all good.
Yeah, I have my YouTube is signed in at work, and that's probably the most attention that it gets.
Oh, you watch at work?
Yeah, so like there's times where like one of us isn't doing something, so it gets a little bit of attention. Jake he watches a lot of like the fail videos or
so your YouTube becomes a community YouTube.
Yeah.
So I can just imagine what your feed is giving you because you got more than one person go digging in there.
It's basically just like whatever me and Jake watch, pretty much. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Mark Ribley or whatever his name is, that dude that just makes music up on the fly. There's a lot of that gets played.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Of course, you get the One Bite pizza reviews, Frankie. You know.
Yeah, dude, I'm watching every day.
I'm caught up. I'm caught up with him.
One Bite pizza reviews? How could you?
You never seen the Dave Portnoy Barstool Sports pizza reviews?
Come on, Jose. Everyone knows the rules.
One bite, Frankie. One bite.
But
that's a rabbit hole, dude. Do it.
Yep.
Do it. Do it.
Yep. And there was the you ever seen the ones where like the guys heat up like a huge ball bearing to like super duper temperature, and then they put it in shit and see what happens? Like
Put it in
melt
shit.
No, I
They
just
like
watch
to
guys.
There wasn't a video where they put
I
it
just
in
watch
shit.
guys walking down Tijuana streets trying to pick up hookers. That's a thing. That's a thing.
Wow.
Or
That's
the
a thing.
pneumatic press stuff. They'll like, I don't know what the hell they'll put. I can't remember now. But then they have the pneumatic press. And it's like, let's see it flattened. Oh, and that wasn't enough. Let's set it on fire, and then we'll put the pneumatic press on it. Oh man, it's crazy.
I definitely find like my Xbox is a better platform for me to watch YouTube. Like that's I spend $60 a year for Xbox Live just to watch YouTube. Because when I watch YouTube on my phone or my computer, it's not the same. It's not the same algorithms. So I'm not getting the same. Even though it's the same account, I'm not getting that same flow that I do when I'm on my Xbox.
That's weird.
So it's kind of weird. It's weird like that. So, like if I could show you my feed right now, and it's gonna be nothing like my feed would be on my Xbox, which is
Yeah.
Are you sure you're not logged into a different account?
no.
No, I know what he's talking about. It's the
Yeah,
same
'cause-
thing for me.
Yeah, your Xbox feed is so much. I feel like your computer one, it's wider range, but when you watch it on Xbox, it fine tunes it for you. You're finding exactly the things that you've been watching and what you like.
So like if I went up to the Xbox right now, it would be realm shows and reviews and toy reviews and stuff like that for the most part. And then there is an echo. I hear
Yeah,
it.
just
Jose
started
was just
really
fucking with
bad.
his gain.
Started.
Turn the echo up.
And then the shop.
You
the
sure it's
shop
not coming through your computer speakers, man? Jose?
Nope.
The shop computer has a lot of like the fail videos and video game videos and all that kind of stuff. And then my phone has like a wide array of all of it.
That's interesting, maybe because it tracks what device you're from. It's like, oh, when he's here, this is what he watches. When
Maybe.
he's here, this is.
Yeah, it's just really weird.
That
it really
is.
is.
Yeah.
I hate the fact like after you watch a video, it still brings it up until have you seen this? Maybe you like this.
Yeah,
Seen
maybe
it
you
3
like
times, bro. Get it out of here.
Yeah, it's like Amazon.
Get it out of here. I see
That's
it.
like Amazon. It's like, are you still interested? I'm like, I fucking bought that. Why? Stop showing it to me.
Yeah.
You got me the first time.
You want?
I don't
wanted
need
to
3
get
pocket
right.
pussies. How many fleshlights does a one man need?
And fucking eBay's the worst because eBay's great for like looking up like, or if you want to see something from the past, all the pictures are on eBay because people are trying to sell it. So you click on the listing, you look through the pictures, oh, it's cool. But then there's the emails afterwards. Like, are you interested in this still? I'm like, no,
Yeah.
no, I'm not. Leave me the fuck alone.
Is this still? It's not in my cart. Why are you telling me it's my cart? There's nothing in my cart. Leave me alone.
I had to do that
The
for
internet.
that fucking thing. This shit that just was released from Planet Steel Express. That Lady Tarn or whatever.
Oh,
I looked at it, I think, on my phone, like through like a browser or whatever, and then I put it in my cart, but I didn't check out. So then they send you the email like finish your checkout.
Oh, you still
and then and then on my computer, like on some I don't know, like my Chromebook or whatever, I think I made the purchase, I completed it, I did it, but then I'm still getting the email because I had it in my cart like on my phone. I had to go back and like delete it. Shit was fucking funny. It's weird. I thought like I would have seen that. Hey, like I purchased it already.
No, shout out to the chat squad. If you got any like weird YouTube rabbit holes, throw it in there.
Charlotte, I get
To
it.
the algorithm.
Everyone's kind of Unicron.
See, it's funny. I've been watching less and less review videos, so I don't get much Transformers shit in my feed. Like back in the day, when review videos were at the height, 2013, 14, that's all I had on my feed. I didn't have to follow anybody because it just put me up on everybody.
Yep.
Yeah, like that would be my entertainment when I would go home. Now, I'll check out Bobby's videos every once in a while. Something that I really want. If I'm not interested in it, I don't care. But back in the day, I watched everything because I was in the game big time. You know what I mean? I was in the game, so I wanted to see everything. Now, I'm like, it's okay. It's not for me. I'm not gonna get it. I don't even have to look at it. You know what I mean? So, I don't follow, and this is reviewing. To me, reviewing is really on a decline, man. It's kind of dead, man. It's really tough for these reviewers to just stay alive now, you know? Which is why they're trying different things.
The Transformer
reviews,
fucking dying. You know what I mean?
Which is great because
that
it
last
makes
leg.
people. It makes these reviewers now have to think, change it up. And there's some people that can keep up with it, but some of these old school guys, it's just not working. Like the PRs and the optobotomists and shit like that.
Well, there's so many more people out there doing it now too.
Yeah, they just can't keep up with it or change enough because there's nothing there. You know, at least like say a Bobby Skullface or even like what Matt's doing with his channel. They're venturing into different things and topics and then now you get the reviewer wars where channels are competing with other channels and someone drops an idea and then this one does it and that one does it and this one does this and this one does that. The reviewing game is just it's getting tough.
And then you see like these kind of live streams where like five reviewers will get together and chat about something and stuff like that.
Their best bet is that's the way to win. Like it's just dying, man. I used to love coming home and watching reviews, and it's not like it's not even a spark on my feed.
Well, the thing is, like, I think the reason why we
bringing it back to
watch,
the toys,
Yeah, the reason why we used to watch it is like it's no need anymore. It's like you want to see, there's a new company. Let's see if they're any good.
Yeah.
It's like, they're making a thing. It's like all right, there's a Sunstreaker war. Let's find out. I gotta make a decision on which one to get. But now, guess what? You can't fucking wait for a review. You gotta pre-order that shit right away and just hope that you made the right decision. Otherwise, you're not fucking getting it.
There's no more test shots. There's no more early releases. There's no one. Nobody else is on front of the line anymore. Which is kind of it's all even playing ground now. You know? Nobody's being well. There's still some favorites, but you get what I'm saying. It's not the same way it used to be now. So. Yeah, I remember it's like, we used to say about Ben, he does great videos and they're very informative, but you couldn't trust what he said because he was trying to get in the pocket for these guys to send them shit early.
Right.
Period. And we can all agree on it. And I'm probably, if you get them into a conversation, we'll say the same fucking words. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Same thing. Yeah. And then you'd also watch Optobotomus on mute because his quality of his video was fucking great. But you didn't want to hear him talk about it. You just wanted to see
it. Hey guys, check this out. That's the Botomus here.
Yep.
Hey,
that's my thing in general is just being able to see the figure like up close and see it like in a good high quality video, and that's it. Like just to be just to see it, able to see it.
If you want me to attend the next convention, send $5.
Send me $10,000 for my Patreon.
$50,000 to my Patreon.
Well, what I love about Bob is like Bob.
I can't sell 2 of these free toys that I got to get a ticket, but give me $10 and I'll come see you at the next convention.
What Bobby would say was like, if you're watching my videos to learn how to transform something, don't do it. So your guys your go-to guys to transform a figure. You heard it's a bitch. This is gonna be a son of a bitch. You go to the right guy. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And it was fun to be able to find all that and be like, all right, this motherfucker, I'll get halfway through. Oh, don't do that. Go back and do this. Fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, now I got to go back 3 steps because you fucked up and you left it in the video and you didn't edit it out,
Yeah.
That's what I always thought Emco was good for. He was very meticulous in the way he moved that shit and flapped it and
even him. He tried to change it up.
Yeah.
Now he has a review video and a transform video.
Well, you get double the views.
Exactly. Exactly. See where they have to go now with that? They have to be a little bit
YouTube
more.
changed the way they pay him, so like, fuck you. I guess I'll make 2 videos for the same thing now.
So, day job,
More work, man. It's more work.
Go get a job. It's okay.
So,
Get money.
all right. So we're approaching 10 p.m. So I think this would be a nice spot to call it the end. But as always, we continue on broadcasted. So I'll throw the link out in the Realm of Collectors Facebook group. If you guys want to come in, hang out with us for a bit, we'll be here.
Yeah, come in.
Dust.
That's gonna be a good one.
Thank you, dude. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight.
Thanks, man. I appreciate we could walk through memory lane with each other and think about nostalgic shit because this fucking internet, without it, there'd be no us right now. So.
I know.
That's right.
So as much as it's an enemy, it's also our friend. It just matters on how you use it. But thank you guys.
No doubt.
I went from doing nothing all day to getting amped up. It's gonna be a good night. I'm running to the car, get more beer, and let's set this up.
Yeah. All right.
Get into this hangout.
Let them know where they can find you.
Here on Mondays, Dust Mites on Instagram, Eddie Dust Mites Facebook group. Slide in Bandcamp. Check out Spotify. Listen to my music, Amazon Music. Just search Dust Mites. Listen to some tunes, aquatic music this summer.
Yeah.
We're going underwater, baby.
Aquatic.
Last summer we took you on top of the water. This summer we're taking you under the water. Manta rays and shit.
Yeah, man.
Mermaiders.
Seahorses and mermaids. I don't know where the fuck I come up with it. That is a funny
playing
gif.
drums.
That's a funny gif, dude. Yeah, what was that Aquaman where the octopus was playing the drums? I was like, man, I'm out. Once I saw the octopus playing drums, doom, 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 I was like, yeah, man, fuck this shit. Where'd you fucking find that? That's Hey, I can't wait for you to come down here. We'll go actually see the caboose.
All right, I can't wait.
We'll live stream that shit, bro. Me and Brian at the caboose. That's when they move it back away.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. Go ahead, talk, guys.
All right, Brian,
You
let him know.
got to shut me up. Poke me in the chops.
At Brinkalizer on Instagram and in their Realm Facebook group, of course. And of course, here on this channel a few times a week. You'll see me at least one more time this week.
Oh, yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Man, I got to do this again tomorrow, but I have to be there tomorrow. I have to be there.
Figure banging.
Figure banging tomorrow.
I might even hang out tomorrow.
Dude.
We'll see. We'll see.
Let's all come. Let's all come hang out.
Let's all come
I think he needs to get off of work a little earlier tomorrow just for this show. Because it's going to be a long one.
Let's do it.
I'm not starting drinking until later tomorrow. But I said I was going to be there, and I have to be there, and hopefully he breaks it. We don't normally say what we're doing on Figure Banger, but you know what we're doing tomorrow.
You know what we're doing. You know what we're doing. I might pull mine out. We'll see. We'll see.
Ooh, a double Figure Banger. A double breaking.
Yep. All right.
Like a fucking wishbone.
JD, let him know, man.
You can find me trying to get the meat spin back.
Bring the meat spin back to your life.
Pigment surgery on Instagram, Xbox Live, Shelf Gravy, all that good stuff. Next week, new episode of Shelf Gravy.
Booyah.
Here every Tuesday. Tomorrow night, Figure Bang.
Yeah. Sweet.
Buddy. The chaos.
Dominic.
Tomorrow. This is a 9, people. It's a 9. 9.
Yes.
All you had to do was
9.
outline
It's
it.
not an 8.
9:30.
9:30.
9:30. Right here.
9:30.
9. 1, 2, 3. 9:30.
Turdy.
9:30.
All right, Dom, let him know, man.
You can find me in the group Scram and Grasso here Tuesday nights with you guys. And one of the rabbit holes I used to watch back in the day is Ship Yourself. So when you put yourself in a box or a shipping container and survive the trip.
Get the fuck.
Really funny.
Those are real?
It's good. Those are real.
All right, it's on the list. It's on the list, man. I'm watching that shit.
The fun.
They don't do it
the
nowadays.
fun ones are
Now
over-
they don't do it now.
The
They're
fun.
old school,
The fun
right?
ones are. Yeah, the fun ones are the shipping containers, and some guy got a shipping container and shipped himself in a shipping container.
Wow.
And overseas. So like there's short distance ones, but the long distance ones are funny. So
Wasn't he
it's
worried about if
very-
they put a thing on top of him and the breathing hole gets clinged? You ever see with the wire?
And
the
and
wire,
some
yeah.
of them, like when they get to the final destination and they have to leave, like they have to leave the shipping container or run out. They have it's funny because they're running out and trying to get away and not get caught by
How do you get home?
whomever
You
is
got to bring
there.
your passport wherever the fuck you are.
Yeah,
and shit
passport,
like that,
everything. Yeah,
overseas.
it's really.
What
it's
if you're in
really
Bangkok?
fun.
They'll throw you
Watch
in
it.
fucking jail. We'll fucking make you watch meat spin for fucking 24 hours straight.
What if
you
you
can't
get
fuck
stuck at
around
the
overseas.
stuck at the canal?
Yeah.
Weeks.
What if the fucking boat capsizes?
Yeah.
Big ass
That
rogue
one, and
wave.
And I also used to watch hiding in a store. So like people would hide themselves in a store, and so when
yeah, the
store
toilet paper in
closes,
Walmart. They build like a
stay
fort
overnight.
behind the Walmart
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah,
Yeah, the toilet paper. I was gonna
Exactly,
say that
yeah.
when you said that. I watched a couple of those too.
That's crazy.
Yep, those are funny.
That is crazy.
I'll see you guys. Thanks. Good show, man.
Dom, man,
right.
it's good to talk to you, brother. I hope everything's good, man. Love
Yes, you too. Awesome.
All right.
Love you.
All right. And shout out to our two brothers, G Money and Energon Addict, who can't be with us here live tonight, but we're always thinking about you. We love you. Hope to have y'all back soon.
Right.
And
Carter on that assignment, so you can get it done.
yes, get it done.
Yeah.
Do your
Get it
things.
done.
Do your
Turn
things.
it in.
Do your things over there.
You know what I'm saying? So, as for myself, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at HarricanBX. Check out Into the Realm on Monday nights, 8 p.m. on this channel. Here every single Tuesday night with these fine gentlemen. And as always, check out Verbally Challenge on all audio platforms. Before we head out, just check out some other friends of the show. The Nerds Have Spoken. They drop on Thursdays. Check out the Ladies of the Realm on the Total Package podcast. They're also Thursdays, 8:30 p.m., right? On their YouTube channel.
Yeah, 8:30.
So check those guys out. And check out here on this very channel, Fridays at 9 p.m., the Nerds of... no. Nerd Life Syndicate. Nerd Life Syndicate.
Too many, a lot of nerds.
I'm not even drinking
nerds.
tonight. After last night, I had to chill. So, yeah, you know, check out those
I woke
other...
up this morning, I was counting, I'm like, holy shit.
Dude, I was still feeling it. I was still feeling it till about lunchtime.
I went
You
back
know.
to bed to noon.
I wish I could have slept. So yes, check out all those other great shows here on the Realm of Collectors YouTube channel. And as always, we'll be back soon next week with a new episode. Check out the rest of the shows on the Cool Table as well. You know where to find them. Cool Table pages on Facebook, and you'll find links to a bunch of other awesome podcasts. And shout out to the Chat Squad for hanging out with us tonight. We appreciate you guys. We love you. So until next week, take care, stay safe, peace out.
Unicron tomorrow. Think about you.
We're doing it.
Say it with me now.
Round.